11th of May, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura. Welcome back, Rabbi.
Yeah, very good. Sorry, the computer closed down. Okay, we're back. Fine.
Please look out for Meir. He got his wife's computer, so he's signed out and he's going to try and sign back in now. So you should see a request from him.
Okay, very good. If I see him, I'll let him in for sure. Okay, very good. So yeah, this is and now we're starting Hilchos Beis Knesset, Siman Kuf Nun. Right? If you have the Mr. Siman Kuf Nun, a new section in the Shulchan Aruch, Hilchos Beis Knesset.
Kuf Nun.
You want to try it, Lou?
I'll be happy to if you don't want to.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Oh, I lost the page. Kuf Nun. Kuf Nun. Kuf Nun. Okay, Kuf Nun. Kofin b'nei ha'ir ze es ze livnos beis hakinesis. Kofin is to deny.
Force.
To force.
To force. We force the people of the city this and this. What does that mean? This and this. Each person.
Yeah, each person will force the other one, and the people in the city to build the Beis Knesset.
Livnos Beis Knesset. So we force the people in the city to contribute to the building of the Beis Knesset. The Liknos Lahem Torah Nevi'im Uchesuvim, and we acquire for them Torah, prophets, and writings, the Tanakh, basically.
Right. So the people of the city can force one another to build number one, build a Beis Knesset, and also to purchase the Torah, Nevi'im, and Kesuvim.
In other words, to stock a library in the shul for people to use.
Well, in terms of a library, whether it applies to other Svarim, I don't know. All it says here is that you need a Sefer Torah, you need the Nevi'im and the Kesuvim, because that's what's required for the Kriyas Torah and the Haftorahs. Right.
Okay, so what I'm asking is, did they provide a whole bunch of these books so that everybody could have access, or was it just one that they provided of each for the shul?
Let's take a look and see if the Mr. Brewer mentions anything about that. Good question. Don't know.
All right. Should I do the Mechaber? Should I do the Ramah or go to the Mr. Brewer?
Yeah, you can do the Ramah. Ayin La'el Siman Nun Hey.
V'ayin La'el Siman Nun Hey. Seif Kaf Bet. Im Kofin Ze Es Ze Lish Kor Lahem Minyan. So look above. If we force each person, what's lish kor?
To hire, literally to hire minions.
To hire. We hire for them a minion.
No. Good morning again, Mayor.
Morning. I switched computers, so
welcome.
Okay. Are we in Kuf Mem Tet?
Kuf Nun, we started Kuf Nun now.
Oh, Kuf Nun. Oh. Okay.
So what is this im? If we force them, why does it say if?
Because the questions discussed there in Siman Nun Hey.
Uh-huh.
Is-
So,
He's not saying definitively that you do or not. He's saying over there, you look over there and you'll see if in fact we do force them to hire a minion.
so in other words, if we force them to build the base Knesset, we also force them to hire a minion?
Possibly. Let's say
Uh-huh.
you don't have a minion. You only have 8 people in town.
Right.
You force them to hire 2 more people to make up the minion.
Ah, okay. Interesting. All right, so to the Mishnah Berura, Mishnah Berura now?
Yeah.
Okay, Kofin Lekule, you force them, etc. Zeh Lashon Harambam. This is the comments of this is the opinion of the Rambam. Hilchos Tefillah Herech Yud Aleph. Kol Makom Sheyesh Bo Yud MiYisrael. Any place there where there are 10 Jews, Tzarich Lahachin Lo Beis She Yikansu. It's required that there be for them a shul.
Right, a place of gathering for prayer.
Bo Tefillah, to the gathering for prayer. B'chol Ace Tefillah, at each time of prayer. So 3 times a day, in other words. U'makom zeh, and this place Nikra Beis HaKnesses. It's called the Beis HaKnesses. Vafilu miut yicholin lechof es hamerubim, and even a little,
Means the minority. Even the
minority are able. What is lechof?
the force.
To force the majority.
Right. So let's say you have let's say you have a bungalow colony up there in the Catskills, a bungalow colony, and you're just getting started, getting things set up. So you have, let's say you have 20 members there, and so the discussions start to begin. Like this one fellow wants a swimming pool. This one fellow wants a gym. Another one says he wants a Beit Knesset. So discussions begin. And it turns out that 8 people want the Beit Knesset, and that 12 of them want the gym. So the 8 people can force the other 12 that they have to build a Beit Knesset. That's just the way it is. They have limited funds, they're not going to have a gym. Rambam,
Uh,
Mr. Brewer, the Mechaber says, even the minority forced the majority.
right. Okay, do I read this parentheses?
Um, no, that's just that's Ramah. They take a look at the Ramah Choshen Mishpat. That's where you see the law brought down in Choshen Mishpat. Okay.
Okay, so livnos, to build. Ve'im ein bekocham livnos yavin al kol panim liskor mekom miyuchad litefila. So if there is not bekocham, is it strength?
Yeah, within their ability.
If there's not the financial strength, I guess you'd say, to build, mechuyavin, mechuyavin, I don't know,
Obligated.
obligated. They're obligated.
Alcohol never they're obligated, nevertheless.
Nevertheless, to purchase a place, a special place for prayer.
Let's go to like rent a specific place for prayer.
To rent, they're obligated to rent a specific place. You said,
Yes.
Miyuchad is specific.
Right. Miyuchad is specific. Correct.
Specific place for prayer. So even they don't have enough ability to build a proper base Knesset. They still need to at least rent some small place.
Right. So it could obviously it could be, let's say they don't have the financial means, but let's say also let's go back to the to the bungalow colony, right? So they say, look, we're here for 8 weeks. We talked to the contractors. It's going to take 12 weeks for them to build it. It's never going to be ready this season.
Oh,
right? We just can't get it ready for this season, you know. So okay, no choice. We'll have to work on it for next season. Fine, very good. But what are you going to do this season? So you have to rent this. You have to rent something. You have to take one of the bungalows or something like that and make an arrangement, rent it, or if you want to get a tent or something like that, you have to rent a tent set up. But that's what they have to do.
the chasvu haposkim b'dvinyan base hakenesis govin lefi mamon lechuda. So the halachic decisors wrote that the building of the base Knesset, what's govin?
You collect.
You collect money. Lechuda. What's lechuda?
I believe it means according to the individual. You collect the money according to the individual. I mean, it's according to his income. Like the person who's worth $2 million will pay more. Maybe he'll say 10% for every person according to the income, but it's each one according to their to their individual situation.
Okay, so it's what they call a progressive tax.
I guess that's what they call it. Okay.
Like in America, where the more you make, the higher your bracket, the more you pay.
Okay. I think that's what it's referred to over here. Yeah, I think so. The fee mum and lechuda, right? According to the mum, meaning basically their income.
Right, right, okay. Uvis chirus base hakinesis govin.
If right in a case where you're renting, in a case where you have to rent the Beit Knesset, goyim, then you collect. How do you collect? What's that going according to?
Chetzo the fee mamon, the chetzlo the fee nifashos. Half in accordance with the wealth and half in accordance with the size of the family.
Yeah, it could be according to the amount of people. Correct.
Kasav Magain Abraham Sof Siman Nun Kuf Nun Dalid B'Shem Ha Harash Ha
Rivash. Hashem the
Harivash
Rivash.
Harivash, and this is what was written by the Magain Abraham at the end of Simon Nun Kuf Nun Dalid in the name of the Rivash.
Right. Correct.
Vahuva bechoshen mishpat. Sof siman. Okay, so we look, and also we look in the Choshen mishpat. Cave livno base hakinesis. Afilu yesh base hakinesis acheres bo'ir. So, what is this word cave?
Right. Hama'aki livnos base Knesset. The one who is, if they're going to delay, if they can delay in building a big Knesset.
The building of the base Knesset, even though there is a base Knesset in the city, another base Knesset in the city, Monea hu rabim mi la'asos mitzvah. What's this monea?
You appoint.
You appoint many.
You mona hu rabim lasos mitzvah. I believe so. You appoint a group to do this mitzvah.
A group. You appoint a group to do this mitzvah. Umasik sham. What's masik?
It concludes. He concludes over there.
He concludes there. Dei habes hakeneset mechila osam az adiraba asurim lehiparade. If the shul mechila is permission, forgiveness.
No, the im haben Knesset mekila osam. Im haben Knesset mekila osam. One second, mekila osam. Not sure. Well, this is a quote from the Magen Abraham. One second. Kilos. One second. Show me what's this. Kilo. Oh, yes. I think what it means is if they again we're talking about where there's a pre-existing Beit Knesset, right?
Right,
I think that it's not sufficient. Meaning the pre-existing Beit Knesset, it's not big enough for all of them. It's let me reread this. I want to rephrase what we said. I understand this better now. It says here again, the Mishna is quoting, he says, Hama Akev Livnosa Beis Knesses, the one who's preventing the building of a Beit Knesses, Afilu Yesh Beis Knesses Acheres Be'ir, even if there is another Beis Knesset in the city, Moneahu Rabim Lasos Mitzvah. He is preventing the Rabim. I said originally that they appoint. No, that person who's stopping the building of the Beis Knesset, he is preventing the public from doing a mitzvah. Umasik Sham, and he concludes over there, the Ima Beit Knesset Machilosam as Adar Osulafri. And if the Beit Knesset that they have is like insufficient, therefore it's usher to do that, and lahafri, to separate from the group that wants to build the Beis Knesset. It's usher to separate from those who want to build the Beis Knesset.
so the Hifared is to separate?
Right. One second.
So what's the word Adarabba doing in there? On the contrary?
One second. Let me think about that. The most basic Okay. No, I want to reread this whole line and a half over here. It's different than what I thought. It's like this. המעקב לבנוס בייס כנסת, אפילו יש בבייס כנסת אחרת בעיר, מונע הוא רבים לעשות מצווה. The person who's preventing them to build the Beit Knesset, even if there's another Beit Knesset in the city, he's preventing the robbing from doing a mitzvah. That's number one. And number two, Umasik Sham, and he concludes there, the Ima Beit Knesset Machilosam, as Adraba Osu Nafri. A second case that the Beis Knesset, you already have a Beis Knesset. You have a Beis Knesset there already, right? And Machila, here it means it is sufficient, meaning the pre-existing Beis Knesset is sufficient for them as it stands now. There's enough room in the pre-existing Beis Knesset. As Adarabba, also Nafri. Now it's opposite. It's also, it's forbidden Nafri. It's forbidden to separate from the existing shul. You should not make a breakaway minyan if the place where you're davening is sufficient for the people that you have all together as it stands right now. And if you take a look at the Sha'ar Tzion in Sifkat and Gimel, that makes it even more clear. It says here, why is it also to separate from the pre-existing shul, the pre-existing minyan? The shul, the Baraiv Am Hadris Melech, because the glory of the king is in the multitudes of his subjects. V'oid, and furthermore, shayidei hamachlokas boim kama miksholim v'azekus litzitkas u'lalamed Torah b'tzibur kai gavna. And also, furthermore, through the machlokas, the split, the dispute, there's going to come many stumbling blocks, and damages will occur. Litzedakah, to tzedakah funds, and to those who are learning Torah in the tzibur, and similar cases like this. So therefore, there are two things. One, if you need another Beit Knesset, so it's forbidden to stop people from building the Beit Knesset. And if you don't really need another Beit Knesset, it's forbidden to make a new one just for the sake of splitting off and having another minyan. Okay. We're in the middle of this. We're not going to finish it now. We've already gone a bit over time. So, all right, let's stop, and we'll have to pick up from this Sifkat and base again next week, Mitzvah Shem.
Okay,
Right.
thank you, Rabbi.
Very good. Thank you both. Everyone should have a good afternoon. Hope to see you.
Do you have time today?
Yeah, it could be. If you want, check with me. Send me an email to remind me about sometime around 2 o'clock.